Chaos on Jimin's birthday live. He suddenly mentioned Jungkook and ARMY can't handle the truth. What happens when the world's eyes are fixed on a single moment, a single screen, and everything you thought you knew is suddenly upended in the blink of an eye? On the night of October 13th, 2025, millions of fans across the globe logged into Weverse, Twitch, and other streaming platforms, expecting the usual birthday cheer for BTS's beloved Jimin. Balloons, messages, laughs, hints of surprises. But no one could have predicted what would unfold next. A revelation so subtle, so shocking, and yet so deeply personal that it sent shockwaves through ARMY communities worldwide. At exactly 9:03 p.m. Korea Standard Time, Jimin appeared on the screen wearing a simple white hoodie, his hair tousled yet perfect, his smile brighter than ever. But his eyes carried something else that no filter or camera angle could hide. The air was light, celebratory. Fans flooded the live chat with heart emojis, birthday wishes, and uncontainable excitement. Then, almost casually, Jimin leaned closer to the camera, his voice dropping just enough that the live stream chat exploded with speculation. You know, sometimes Jungkook tells me things I don't expect, he said, smiling faintly, as if sharing a private joke with someone only he could see. The moment passed, and yet it didn't pass. The chat froze. The fans froze. Comments like, "Did he just?" and "Wait, what?" spiked into thousands per second. It was not a casual mention. It was a signal, a thread pulled too tightly in a fabric no one realized was stretched. Why bring up Jungkook on his birthday live? What was he hinting at? And more importantly, why now? For a group that has meticulously curated their public image, where every word, every gesture is analyzed and documented by a devoted army of fans and media alike, Jimin's slip, or revelation, was seismic. It was the kind of moment that makes you lean in closer, holding your breath, knowing instinctively that the truth, whatever it is bigger than the screen in front of you. The birthday live that became a global thriller normally. A birthday live is predictable. Fans sending in prearranged gifts, messages curated by fan clubs, jokes about previous performances, and perhaps even a surprise call from another member. But this live was different. From the moment the camera rolled, the atmosphere carried tension, a tension fans couldn't articulate until the moment of that brief, seemingly casual mention of Jungkook. Jimin continued, unaware, or perhaps deliberately aware, of the chaos his words were about to ignite. We all have someone who challenges us, makes us laugh, and sometimes even scares us a little. Jungkook is definitely that for me. The chat exploded. Screenshots began circulating almost immediately, uploaded to Twitter, Instagram, and countless fan forums. The speed at which this moment spread was unprecedented, reaching hundreds of thousands within minutes. And the reactions? Mixed. Shock, confusion, speculation, adoration, anxiety. Fans who had followed BTS for years realized this was not a casual birthday mention. It was an insight into a hidden layer of their relationship, and the implications were dizzying. Some fans theorized that Jimin was hinting at behind-the-scenes drama, long kept private by HYB. Others insisted he was teasing a new project or collaboration, something intimate involving both members. But a small, anxious faction feared something else entirely. Was this the moment fans had been waiting for? The moment when truths hidden for years would finally surface. The problem with speculation is that it never stops. And when Jimin, the golden member known for his charm, warmth, and precise expressions, speaks in such a loaded way, the digital world fractures into thousands of fragmented theories, each one more dramatic than the last. The Jungkook connection. Why did Jimin specifically mention Jungkook? The two have been close since the very start, their friendship under scrutiny for over a decade, documented in countless interviews, behind-the-scenes footage, and fan-made compilations. But rarely has either member allowed the public to glimpse the emotional depth of their bond in such a raw, unfiltered way. Fans immediately combed through previous live broadcasts, interviews, and social media posts, searching for patterns, hints, or coded language. Some found small confirmations, a laugh here, a glance there, that suddenly seemed loaded with significance. Could it be that Jimin's mention was a hint at something more personal than professional? Something that even the most devoted fan hadn't pieced together. Some speculated that the live was a subtle acknowledgement of Jungkook's recent personal struggles. Others feared it might be a prelude to a public announcement, one that could upend the image of BTS as fans had known it for years. Every comment, every emoji, every screenshot became a piece of the puzzle fans were desperate to solve. What does this reveal about Jimin himself? Was he seeking support, signaling reassurance, or testing the waters to gauge ARMY's reaction? Or, most dramatically, was he attempting to prepare the fanbase for something they weren't ready to hear? The emotional storm among ARMY. The fan reaction was unlike anything seen in the K-pop world. While birthday lives are usually spaces for joy and shared celebration, this one became a global conversation about identity, loyalty, and vulnerability. Fans expressed concern, excitement, and sometimes confusion in equal measure. Screenshots flooded every social media platform. Fan forums were inundated with speculative threads. Keywords like Jimin, Jungkook, birthday live chaos, and what did he mean? Dominated search engines almost instantly. The emotional intensity was palpable. For some, Jimin's words felt like an intimate confession, a rare glimpse into his private thoughts. For others, it was a trigger, sparking years of speculation about the dynamics within BTS. And the hashtags? They exploded in a way that no birthday celebration had before. Hashtag Jimin birthday live chaos, hashtag Jungkook mention, hashtag ARMY can't handle the truth. Every post carried not just curiosity, but emotion, a genuine yearning to understand the full context of the moment. Fans debated endlessly. Was this a joyful tease, a subtle warning, or an outright revelation? The tension was cinematic, unfolding in real time, making every viewer feel like a participant in a story far larger than themselves. Speculation versus reality. What makes this incident so captivating isn't just Jimin's words, it's the layered uncertainty they created. Jimin is known for his precise communication. When he speaks casually, it usually carries deep meaning. This makes fans question, was this truly a spontaneous mention, or was it deliberate, calculated, and symbolic? Some believe this was a carefully orchestrated message to Jungkook, perhaps in response to recent events fans only partially understood. Others think it might be a subtle nudge to ARMY, signaling that something important is coming, perhaps a collaboration, a reveal, or even a private message about personal struggles. One thing is clear. This live broadcast shattered the expectations of a birthday live stream and replaced it with unprecedented drama, intrigue, and curiosity. The internet reacts within moments. The digital world became a storm. Twitter exploded with debates about the implications. Reddit threads grew by the minute. TikTok creators turned the event into a 24-hour analysis marathon, dissecting every blink, every smile, every pause. Instagram Reels featured compilations of Jimin's subtle expressions, edited to create suspense and drama. Even mainstream media took notice. Outlets that usually cover K-pop as a light entertainment topic began analyzing the live stream as a case study in fan psychology, celebrity influence, and digital culture. Phrases like psychological tension in live broadcasts and emotional resonance in celebrity interactions began trending. The core question everyone was asking, often in hushed tones and sometimes in bold headlines, was simple yet profound. What truth did Jimin hint at when he mentioned Jungkook? And why now?